Hello, everyone. You just heard Gabriela Montero, who is not my student. She's my idol, actually. She's a classically trained pianist, and as you can hear, she was improvising on Bach. So the recording is called Bach and Beyond. So if you want to look on YouTube, you'll find her. She's just exceptional, and she's touring the world playing some classical repertoire as well as improvising. When people are asking her, they just sing a song to her and she's playing it by ear and she start playing, improvising on it. So it's really spectacular. So I hope you can listen more to her, Gabriela Montero. So now I'm going to share with you one of my students, Ghislaine, who's actually 79, who joined the program a couple of months ago. And this is one of her improvisation that she sent me, or, one of the weeks that she's sending me videos to listen to. So here is Ghislaine. So welcome back to this fifth day of the Piano Improvisation Masterclass. You just heard Ghislaine, who's 79, who sent me her video over, it was about a chord progression, but she made something nice out of it. She made a little tango out of it, and I didn't ask her. So just to say that people can do over a chord progression whatever they like, when I give them a home play to work on, a chord progression to work on. She made an introduction that was kind of gypsy. She made that tango in between. She finished up with a nice conclusion, and she's improvising as she breathes. She doesn't think that much and she lets herself go. So I thought it was a nice just a nice example of someone who's older, but still who isn't giving up on expressing herself and trying different things. So I think it's just beautiful. So we've seen the first day how to warm up and physically and also rhythmically, vocally, how to transfer everything to the keyboard using imagery, using black keys, improvisation. That was first day. Second day, we saw how to experience the feeling of the pulse, different metrics, so to really fly on the rhythm, and rhythm is so important in improvisation. Third day, we saw how to play Scarborough Fair or any song that you want to find by ear and how to arrange it in different ways. I want to say that I gave many levels of, many possibilities according to your level of playing. Don't feel obliged to try the most difficult ones. I read some comments saying, it's a lot of work. just start simple with just solid chords or just like the bass and the melody. And then as you go on, you know, you will add up more layers of how you can arrange a song. But some people are already advanced, so I like to give different levels of possibilities, what you can do over a song that you play by ear. And today is gonna be about chord progressions. I'm gonna share with you Let It Be. I don't know if you printed out your workbook yet. I think it was just the next page of Scarborough Fair. So I can show you on the screen, but I would encourage you, if you have any other device that you can put your phone, you know, just open your workbook to the page of Let It Be. And I'm going to also show you how you can improvise in the Chopin style, you know, and one of the techniques I'm showing my students, which is really fun, I'm going to show you afterwards. I also want, before we delve into that chord progression, I also want to tell you that everything we've seen so far this week, or you know, that I showed you my students, what they were able to do, I just want to tell you that it's also possible for you. Because people think, well, that's them, you know, I might not be at that level. But I just want to tell you that for some people it takes a little longer, but still, I mean, I started and I was really frozen. As I told you, I was blocked. It was not easy for me to improvise until I found that click, you know, and it suddenly showed and, you know, appeared, and I did it more, and I improvised with other people, and then finally, you know, I was able to let it go more. So take your time, everyone, but I just want to say that it's possible for you as well. And I have Jocelyn with, I think you heard the first day or the second day, and she didn't think that she was going to be able to play with a band. So just a few months later into my program, she was asked to play in a party for 16 songs. And she said, I would have never said yes before, but then she did it. And, you know, she unblocked that part and she looked for different ways to play those songs. I think they were kind of country pop style. And it was really fun. So, and she said if I had to do this gig all over, I would do it differently, but still she did it. So I just want to say, you know, it's possible. Sandra also didn't think it was possible, and finally she discovered that she had more music inside herself. So, okay, so now let's dive into this chord progression from that I hope I can find right away. Yeah, this is, yeah, you're seeing it. It's right after a Scarborough Fair, so Beatles chord progression and arrangements. So if you have your workbook open, it's going to be better, because soon I'm going to go back to my hands, because now you're seeing me small. But so this chord progression here, C, G, A, M, F. If we're C major, we're in C major for Let It Be. That is actually, if I take the functions, it's going to be 1, 5, 6, 4. C is first degree, G major is fifth degree, 6 is A minor, and 4 is F major. So I put the functions because also if you want to sing in a party and accompany yourself and accompany other people, C might not be the key to use. So you'll have to transpose. And let's say if you're in G, then G would be first and fifth would be D major and so on. So I'm sure you get it. So now this chord progression here is one of the most used ones. C, G, C. It could be also never want I love someone like you. And then it's the when I get that's the Let It Be one as well. So just that first line here, you got it in tons of songs. So we're gonna go through the verse. Usually they do two verses and then the chorus in the Let It Be song. So let's just just a minute. I'm gonna put the chords in front of me. Okay, so let's just play them solid. So instead of playing the root position, the root position, I'm playing the second inversion. So G, C, and E. G, C, and E. I'm choosing that one because it's easier to sing the song and to make it sound nice with this inversion. And then the left hand, you can play octaves if you like, or you can just play one note if it's easier, just with your thumb. So you play the root of the chord always. So in your right hand, it's C second inversion, and in your left, it's the C, just the root, C. So 3 and 4 and C, and you repeat twice, and then you go to G. G chord, A minor, and F major. Okay, so twice each chord, and you play a half note in your left hand, C, G, A, F. All right, so let's try this. First line, 3 and 4. C, G, A minor, F major. Again, C, G, A minor, F major. And then second line, I'm playing a C chord again, C twice, G twice, and then F major twice, and then I go back to C. If I'm doing it like a very conventional way, because this is the part where it goes, the second line, this is where it goes. It goes down. So I don't know if you're seeing, I'm asking everyone here, are you having the workbook open? So I will show you my hands instead. Yes, everyone has the workbook? All right. Okay, I'm showing you my hands. It's going to go better. All right. So again, let's play those two verses, 3 and 4, those two lines, 3 and 4, and C. Inversion, D minor 7, and C major. This is a cool part. Everybody likes it when we get there. Okay, so let's try it again from the beginning. Solid chords, either just one note in the left hand or just with the octave. 3 and 4 and were to play the whole song, you would have to follow the recording, and there's a solo at a certain part, and there's many verses and chorus, there's an introduction, but overall this is the core of this song. Okay, so we just played it in solid form, which is fine. You know, you can deal with that if you're singing in a party and accompanying singers, you can deal with that. But, you know, let's add up a little groove to it, and I'll show you a couple of grooves that you can use to make the song sound more alive. So one of the grooves is to play those two top notes. So you're playing kind of a mitten, you know, the mitten, we have the thumb alone, and the rest of the fingers are in the mitten, all right? Well, the thumb is also in the mitten, but it's alone. So what you're doing is you're taking the two top notes and you're playing them together, and then you rotate with the thumb. So that's kind of, you know, like the imagine. So that's kind of the imagine way of breaking down the chords. So 3 and 4 and C, G chord, A minor, F major, C, G. You can go back to C like this, or you can go. You won't be able to go back to the C. So again, 3 and 4 and the two top notes together, thumb alone. And the chorus, A minor, G major, F major, C major, C, G. All right. So that one, I mean, for most of you, it's going to be simple. For the more beginner ones, you have to practice a little bit, but you're just breaking down the chords and rotation. Then you have the Adele style. Like. You know, the Adele, Someone Like You. So what she's doing is she's starting bottom, middle, top, middle, bottom. So let's do that on the C chord. You play bottom, middle, top, middle, A minor, F major, C, G, and then either you go like this, or you go it depends how you want to end it up. So let's try together. 1 and 2 and C, G, A minor, F major, C, G, and then the chorus, da da da, dee da da, dee da da, dee and you could probably do 16th notes if you want to go a little faster. Da 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 dee, da comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be done. know that you can play in 8 notes, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, or 1, 2. It's for you to choose. So third way is Adele style arpeggiated chords. And then we get to the Coldplay. Coldplay, why do I call it Coldplay? It's because Coldplay, they often play with these rhythms. So what you do on that one is that for each chord you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So you start with the top one, middle, bottom, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. You can clap it with me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's try it. I will count one round. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, Also, this is something you could play also solid in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, to accompany Let It Be, but still it's a possibility. It's just it changes the whole syntax, if I can say, of the song. But it's a possibility, this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And these grooves that I'm showing you could be applied to any song that you like to put grooves on, you know, that I'm showing it to you on Let It Be. But it could be on any other song. And then other group that you can use, and these are starting to be a little more advanced, so don't feel discouraged if you're in your earlier stages. You can stick to the solid ones or the ones that you feel comfortable in. Later on, you could, you know, add up the more difficult ones. Okay, so now I can go like this. 1, 3. So instead of counting 1, 2, and 3, and 4, just clap it. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, A minor. So what I'm doing, I'm playing 2 top notes. 2 notes. So 2 notes, thumb, 2 notes, thumb, 2 notes. So let's try it slow. Da, 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 and. one more thing that I can add up that is kind of cool. If you go first line, so instead of going, I go one note above. So try it. The second line only, 3 and 4 and all right. So I'm just showing you different ways that you could play with, you know, there would be more and you can mix a salad of all those, you know. If I'm going I started with this groove here. I switched position and I did the arpeggio, descending arpeggio. Switch position. Just to say that there's many possibilities of what you can do with this wonderful chord progression and Let It Be. And I can tell you that I had students who enjoyed it so much. The song during the pandemic especially, we had lots of fun with Let It Be. So I also wanted to show you a Chopin chord progression shortly that I picked up from the Prelude Opus 28, number 4. So this one here. And notice what the left hand is doing. So what is the left hand doing? Can someone tell me in the chat, what is the left hand doing? What is the left hand doing? How is it proceeding? What is the left hand doing? Chromatic motion. Yes, chromatic motion. That's good. But also, it's like I'm just changing one finger at a time. Like if I play this chord, well, in this case, he changed 2 notes. These 2 he changed further, but he kept that one here. He moved 1/2 step at a time most of the time. So now he moved the thumb. And to the next chord, he moved the 5th finger. And then he moved the thumb. And then he moved the middle one. So that's a fun game to play with when we want to have fun. Just starting, let's say I'm going to start randomly with a chord progression. And then I decide to change the bottom note. And I'm not asking myself in which key am I. Start again and I add a melody. this is just a game that I wanted to show you that is possible to do if we want to sound not so much like Chopin, but Chopin, I'm just picking up his way of doing things. And students are asking me sometimes, is it the chord progression that decides on the melody, or is it the melody that precedes the chord progression? My way to go is that I hear my melody and I try to connect my fingers to my melody. And sometimes I know what my melody would sound, how good it would sound with a specific chord. So when I hear my melody note, my note melody, I feel like this would go well with this chord. And sometimes I let my left hand slide a little bit and I feel, oh, I could go in this other direction and with my right hand. So it's kind of both, because often we hear that a melody is inspired by the chord progression. That's often the case. But in this game, it's nice that sometimes we just improvise a melody and see, oh, I think this would go well with this chord. So you're kind of anticipating both hands at the same time. So it's really fun game to play. And you can start with just like 2 notes, not even a chord. You can just start with an interval, like this. And see where you want to go. One more note. You can start as an interval. You can add up 1 note. You can play both hands, only the chord, and sing your melody on top if you like. Or you can play with someone else. You're playing your chord progression and someone else is singing or playing the violin or anything. And you follow each other. And yes, it's going to sound chromatic sometimes, but it's fine. We're not necessarily trying to be in a specific key. Although my, natural tendency is I was in D minor in this one, but it's a game that you can go a little bit out of the box and it's fine. So how did that feel for today so far? They Let It Be and this, yeah, good. I know you can try with other songs as I was saying, and now I just want to talk about what the benefits of improvisation are. There are many. I'm going to share just a few with you. What improvisation develops is the spontaneity and the freedom. That's really one of the main keys of improvisation. It's like we're not planning anything, and it's an expression also of mindfulness. When we're really in the zone where there's nothing, we're in the flow, nothing else is disturbing. So spontaneity and freedom. It develops the connection to the instrument. We're really connected to the instrument when we improvise. It's, we're not reading from a score, so there's something that we really need to feel one with the instrument. It develops the ear and the listening skills. You can't improvise if you're not listening. I mean, you can a bit, but it's develops so much your listening skills and the ear. It helps you to understand also the composer's perspective. It develops your confidence because you can always fall back on your feet when you improvise. And also because you're taking a lot of risks, the confidence is coming along. And then you integrate musical elements while improvising. When I teach, I integrate theory concepts, I integrate harmony, I integrate rhythm concepts. There's so much we can integrate, and we're having fun integrating. It's not just theoretical, but it's something that can be applied right away. It reduces performance anxiety, knowing that you can always find your way if something happens. You're discovering your own technical resources when you improvise. You're discovering how you can use your own. It becomes organic. The movements become very organic, and we're not thinking so much, am I playing with this or this? And it's just natural, and the body follows the intention of, what you want to play. So there's physical relaxation that comes physical and emotional relaxation. I can see it and hear it in my students' home plays when they send me. I can see that they're releasing anything that they're going through, and physically speaking, emotionally speaking, it's really relaxing to improvise. Authentic performance, it means that you develop your own creative voice when you improvise. It's your own way of doing things. So it applies to any repertoire afterwards. And a wide range of felt dynamics is when I teach, I can feel that sometimes my student, I tell them to play this way or this way, this dynamic, but when they improvise, it comes from the inside. And so they're playing with dynamics I could have never asked them to play with. And I say, now, could you transpose this to this piece? And they're able to do it. And also, there've been, it's not written, but there have been studies showing that when you improvise, there are parts of the brains that are activated when you improvise that are not activated otherwise in the written score, as well as for the audience listening. When the audience is listening to an improvisation, they don't know where it's going, so they're also activating these parts of the brain. So it's scientifically proven that it connects new neurons to improvise, and it's called also neuroplasticity. So just to show you a little bit about the benefits of improvisation. And yesterday I showed you, I talked to you about my program. Today I'm showing you the parts of my program and the modules I'm teaching. So in a couple of modules, I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm laying the foundations for improvisation, talking about melody concepts, rhythm concepts, metrics, different modes to improvise with, improvising on the black keys, improvising the rudiments like the basics of blues and C. So just a short module on the blues, but it's the entrance for jazz, so I thought it's good to show my students. Improvising with scales, improvising with intervals and chords, improvising over chord progressions and inventing your own chord progressions, playing by ear and arranging. There's a method to go along with it. Musical forms, it could be A-B, A-B-A form, theme and variation. Hints and starters for free improvisation. This is a module about more intuitive and creative improvisation without boundaries and any structured specific rules for this one. And then world music, Persia, Ireland, Africa. There's a module also, there's a special guest who talked about composition. And for teachers, there's the context of use of improvisation and pedagogy. So this one is a supplement for those of you who teach. So this is what I've been talking about. Also, I would like to show you again, just a minute. Yes, show you again what I showed you yesterday. So the program entails, contains 3 group coaching classes per month for 6 months, access to a private support group on Facebook where people my students are sharing their videos, and everyone can see those videos. And I see my students cheering on all the others' videos and commenting on them, and I do comment on them as well. So it's creating a nice group energy, and everyone's getting inspired by everyone's home play. No judgment at all. I always encourage people to be nice and encouraging. And of course, you have access to the Zoom recordings for the duration of the program. It's 24/7 access for the 6 months program. And the PDFs, you can download them for lifetime. And you're always invited to my masterclass. And then I'm showing you different approaches to improvisation, basic techniques. I showed you my program, so I don't think I need to spend more time on this one. So you need to be a pianist over age 14, playing at least the piano basics, reading and skills, technical skills, basic ones, or intermediate level or more advanced, an adult learner, a music therapist, piano teacher. And in my case, improvisation has shed a complete new light on my relationship to music and my instrument. So this is my promise. And I have 3 levels of programs: beginner, intermediate, and more advanced level. No experience in improvisation is required. If you have some, I'll send you directly to my most advanced level. Just a minute. Okay. And these are the questions that I've been through yesterday. What equipment do I need? How much time? As I said, not that much time, but as often as possible. No obligation to play in front of the group. You should have several tools at the end of the program to unblock your creativity. So that is very important to say. And the Zoom classes are all recorded. And this program is different in the way that it's meant to develop your own style and to express yourself, not necessarily to be so good and performing in all kinds of styles. Although I'm introducing you to different styles of music, is to find your own language. So this is the difference between my program and other programs. And it's a premium program, but any question you would have around my program, I'm inviting you to book a call, because this is where I can discuss with you, and this is where I can see what, we have different ways of working and what best suits you. And I want to say that spaces are limited, and I'm not inviting everyone to join my program. I have to see we're a good fit. So spaces are limited, and I have already people who booked calls. So I just want to say, if you're interested in learning more, I'm really inviting you. There's no pressure. Just book a call with me, have a conversation. We'll see how this can work for you or not. And I'll be honest, I'll send you to somebody else if I find we're not a good fit, but I prefer to have a discussion to go over. So yesterday I asked you, what is costing you? What is it costing you to remain in this situation of not being comfortable improvising? What is it costing you if you remain in this position for a year, 2 years, 3 years? And if you think you're able to do it on your own, what is your plan B? How are you intending to figure it out on your own? As I said yesterday, a lot of people are telling me that after a couple of days or weeks, it's fading away, and they're not in the structure of support. So motivation often goes when you're in a class, in a program. So this is why when you have a mentor, you have a vision of what you want to be able to do. You have a coach or a mentor and the structure of support, which is the 6-month program. Then this is where you get to your vision. That's a lot easier this way. And the first 3 people who enroll by Saturday, this coming Saturday, October 19 at 8 p.m. East, will get 10% off, a 60-minute private lesson, and these bonus video lessons for a lifetime. So as I said, I'm opening my agenda today. I know that some people already booked calls tomorrow as well, tomorrow morning. And so this is time to really book a call. So just me, okay. Critzel, you can put the Calendly link in you can you have the Calendly link here. I highly encourage you to book a call if you're interested. There's payment installments if you need to. So I'm really open to all your questions. Also for today, if you have questions, I'm going to play also, I'm going to share a testimonial from one of my students, Sandra, whom you heard the first day. Yes, she was improvising on the Black Keys, and also later on this week, she played the blues. So here we go. So what would you tell someone who's considering to work with me and maybe on the fence? What would you say to these people?
With Josée, I don't have time to practice every day, but as a professional musician, I have lots of knowledge that I can use, resources inside me. So while I have the few hints from you, I'm capable of putting myself in a very short period of time and just go for it. I'll say, okay, this is the exercise. I just do that. I don't have much time. I just go for it. And without knowing it, I keep playing and I'm rediscovering the piano, which I was not having fun at all. I was just taking classical parts and doing pop music with the kids and with the adults, whatever, but not really enjoying myself, anymore as much as I used to be. And now, because of the exercises I have, so it's just a lot of fun.
Oh,
Even
thank
though I don't have the time I would love,
you.
So next summer I'll put more energy into it. But actually,
Yes.
Jean Magasin,
Oh,
I'm taking it inside and digesting it, and sometime I'll have more room, more time to get into it more.
thank you. So the overall idea is that you rediscovered your instrument in a
Yeah,
different way and you're having more fun with it.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
Because
That's
the classical training, it's not good. It's just that I was trying so much with the contests, les concours de musique. They're so focused on how it should be this way and that, and the posture of the body when you're interpreting Bach and when you're interpreting romantic music. Don't move this, So I had all these ideas that you have to be like this and like that, and it was very difficult for me to get out, although it was my main instrument. I didn't have all those concepts approaching singing, approaching percussions, approaching dancing. I can improvise, as much as I can, but piano was always like I think it was a training from a very young state. So it was very difficult for me to get out of that state of mind, kind of.
yeah. Well, thank you. I think it summarizes your journey, and I'm really glad to be help. I mean, I'm just nourishing Sandra, but I give a little push, and she goes, "Whoa!" So you heard about Sandra, and you know what she's saying, that she didn't have that much time to practice. She was working full time in the school. She was having students at night, taking care of her husband, having gigs on the side. So, and she still did it. So, just to say that it's possible also more than sometimes when it becomes a priority, we just make room for it. And she just didn't think that she could attend the classes because she was teaching full time. But then you'd see her, she was in the library at her school and she found the piano and she was running to come to the class, and she made it most of the time. So this is what I wanted to share also with you. I know that, I'm still open for questions or comments about what we've seen during the week. If you have questions about this week's content, I'm open to taking your questions or your comments or your question about the program, even though I'm encouraging you to come for a call. If you have any takeaways or if you have any comments, feel free to share in the chat or open your mic and we can, chat together. And before the end, don't leave, because I promised also that I would give bonuses. And so we're having a draw, like in 5 minutes, we're having a draw of one of my compositions that someone is gonna win today. And for everyone who showed up this week, we're gonna have another thank you gift. So, any comments, questions, anything? I mean, some people are turn off their camera, but is there any takeaway that I can hear about this? Maybe Janine, you're, yeah, you're the only one I'm seeing right now. You can write in the chat if you like.
Sure. No, this is so much fun. So I'm getting back to the piano. I studied seriously for many years and then had kids. And I'm right now retraining. So this is such a nice relief from what the person about focusing on my body, and my thumb is not in the right place, and I have to shift my weight, and I'm not like everything, I am thinking constantly about like physically like everything. So yeah. But
But
I
you wouldn't
will.
have to think so much about it if you were to improvise.
Right, right. So I also, my one thing is I'm just full. I'm trying to also go back with theory and ear training. I'm doing a lot. So, yeah, I'm also taking a theory and ear training class.
But
So one
I,
thing at a time.
yeah, I know. It's just that theory and ear training, it's easier to integrate them into improvisation than just taking them apart.
Yes.
It comes along when you're playing, and yeah. So,
Yes.
and I've had students who were taking other classes as well. Like it's all comes together, and we tend to think that it has to be hard and a lot of time, but it's just playing. It's just having fun.
Yeah.
So there's always
Yeah.
room for that.
Yes. No, there's a definite connection with the chord progressions and the ear training. It's totally connected.
Yeah.
So,
But if you want to know more, like it just come, no pressure, but we could discuss, how, if it can work for you or how we can make it work for you.
yeah.
And I see there's Kyung Shang also. I don't know, Kyung, if you had some questions because you turned on your camera. Do you have questions, Kyung Chan? You can open your mic. I don't know if she's hearing me. But anyways, yeah, before we end up, so Kyung-chan, do you want to ask your question or are you okay? You can turn on, yeah, you can open your mic. Just a minute, ask to unmute. Okay, so it might be too hard. Oh, okay. So let's have this draw. Kritzel, I guess, oh yeah, Kyung-chan is coming. Kyung-chan, do you have questions? No, too hard. Too hard. Okay, so let's have this draw. And now, Kritzel, if you prepare the wheel, and we're gonna see, yeah. So who showed up? And this person will win my composition, the Greater Snow Goose that I wrote for a level 3. So who's winning? No. I guess it's Kyung Shan. Kyung Shan, you won my composition. This is the composition. So we're going to be sending you this composition shortly in your email. And so, yes, great, great. Now, I just want to finish maybe the session playing a chord progression that's also in your workbook. It's under the Let It Be. It's under the Let It Be chord progression. It's C minor, F minor, B flat major, E flat major, and E flat major under /D. So I'm gonna play it for you with my top view, and we're gonna end up the session with this. So C minor, F minor, E flat major, E flat major, and then E flat major on D/D. Means that the bass would be a D. Again, C minor, F minor, B flat major, and then I'll play right away. Now imagine a melody. Imagine a melody on it in C minor. Keep going. we go. So we can play the chord progression in different ways, but we can also improvise a melody on top of it when we become more comfortable playing the chord while we can improvise, or we can pre-record the chord progressions and on top of it just invent a melody. So that's something else we can do. So I hope you enjoyed this week's masterclass. It was a great pleasure for me to meet you, to share with you my love of improvisation, hoping that this has changed a little bit your mind about improvisation, that something has shifted and that you think that it's more possible than you think that you would have thought so. So, we're going to send you an email with all the replays. The program details would be in there, questions, the link to book a call. Again, the link to book a call is in the chat here, but you'll have it in your email. And so today I'm opening slots in my agenda to meet you tomorrow morning, but knowing that the first 3 people who book a call, enroll in the program, and pay in full will get all the bonuses before Saturday, and some people have already booked calls. So thank you, everyone. Have to leave, Janine. Bye-bye, Janine. Hoping to meet you. Okay, so everyone, have a nice end of the day, and I hope to meet you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.